Hello everybody and welcome back to another Broodwar ladder cast. Queen versus BarrackS is the series I picked up on today. I was looking for a BarrackS versus Protoss series, but this is all I could come up with for now. So I'm going to be watching this TVZ. I'll be on the lookout over the next couple of weeks for BarrackS versus Protoss players. High-ranking Protoss players would be best, of course, because BarrackS has been on an absolute tear. This guy is the talk of the town right now, and we're very excited to see what he can do coming up soon. He's spawned down here in the bottom left, and he's going to be opening up with a BarrackS out in the front. I think that honestly his TVZ a bit better than his TVP, so that's going to be pushed to the limit. He'll definitely be practicing a lot with some high-ranking Protoss players in order to prepare for what comes next. But Queen here, not going to be one of those practice partners. He is a consummate professional when it comes to Starcraft Broodwar. There's almost nobody better. He's definitely been overshadowed a bit by Soulkey and now Soma. But he still has he is a 2-star general with 2 ASL titles under his belt. He's been practicing a lot more recently and finding some better results in the past couple of seasons of ASL. He's going to be under a little bit of pressure here as the first Marine makes its way forward, but Lings are already on the way, so this will have to turn around and head back home. I myself have been struggling in this matchup quite a bit, but I'm always bouncing back and forth between which is the matchup that I'm struggling most with. Is it ZVP or ZVT? Always a hard one to decide. I guess it depends on kind of how I'm playing. If I'm just going to play very aggressive and try to win games early, I find the ZVT a little bit easier. But if I'm trying to hang on and survive to the mid game, through the mid game into the late game, I find ZVT so frustratingly difficult to contend with, especially the mid-game tank pushes have been getting stronger and stronger, and I haven't been able to master the transition and get into, you know, Guardians or whatever in time. I'm always thinking about Defiler. I'm like, oh, my Defiler's just a little bit late. My Defiler's a little bit late. And like trying to get that online as quickly as possible and throwing my mutas in to try and kill tanks. But instead, I could probably be going for a Guardian transition. I have been playing a lot on stream lately, by the way, guys. If you want to check it out, SCSL on Twitch. You can see my struggles. I just started playing Sons of the Forest as well with some friends, which is a pretty good time, honestly. I'm having a lot of fun with the spears. Getting pretty accurate. Getting a lot of headshots. It's a very fun game, so definitely check it out if you've got some extra time. I know it's very busy right now. Most of you guys are just trying to keep up with ASL, so I appreciate you stopping by to watch this cast as well. It is a 4 racks plus 1 early from BarrackS as these builds start to round out. Third base is on the way here. Managed to eke out 23 drones before starting these Mutalisks. And we'll see how many Mutalisks he actually wants to make, because it's a big decision tree here for Queen. Does he want to continuously make mutas and try to put on big pressure? Try to snipe clumps of Marines here early? Or does he want to make just a bare minimum of mutas and then start to make drones so that he can fill up the economy, get that transition going a little bit faster? I've been leaning towards the second one a little bit more and finding some success there. Kind of the hero style of play where you just build almost no mutas and get your transition online way faster. Oh, can't quite get that. Ooh, that's a little bit rough. Almost lost a muta as well due to that dive. Nice run through with the lings, though. Really good play from him to get the lings in there to clear the turret. Now these supply depots are under threat. Drone production is coming online here, but only one drone was slipped out. Just the one. I guess that's over here at the top right. He's only building drones off of this base and then producing non-stop Mutalisk from his main and natural. Good trade there from the high ground. Diving in to kill a few more Marines. Wants to get one more shot off. Getting on top of the rally point here. Going to go for 3 Marine kills. Gets all 3. Now dipping here into this corner. He should definitely stop the factory from making. Definitely sniped that SCV right there. That is a really critical kill to get, but he doesn't. Unfortunately, not going to get that kill. Queen running back home now. And BarrackS moving out on the map, forcing this turnaround from the mutas. Still, this is non-stop Mutalisk production from Queen, so there's a good chance he can overwhelm this. And that's why we see BarrackS already falling back and reinforcing his position. 1 Marine out on the map. Looks like that's going to be caught. Single ling here does turn around, and the other will be brought forward so that he can easily deal with these 2 Marines. Or sorry, this 1 Marine with the 2 lings. Hydralistan just now starting. 2 mutas being sent back home. Looks like one of those was sent out because of its low HP. Marines coming forward here. Queen actually has to do something about this. It's getting a little bit too close to the natural, and so he's going to start to take some serious trades. That was a good volley there. Very good volleys coming out, but the Mutalisk group is getting a little low. Still, 4 more are about to pop out, and I'm sure he's got some healthy rallies already in position, so he's going to bring those out. Booking it back home right now. Can he snipe a medic on the exit? 1, maybe 2. Not quite able to get the second medic there. We'll lose quite a few mutas. Oh my goodness, that was 11 mutas down to 7 in a matter of seconds. Too many low HP mutas were in that group. And that's one of the things you can do. Pull out injured mutas and send them back home. And then if there's going to be a tank push, you can make those into Guardians a little bit later on. Hold off long enough to get your defilers out. Again, something I have not mastered myself, but I would love to see one of these pro players pull it out. It's like the mutas here. Diving in pretty deep. How much further is he going to go? Does manage to stop the second starport from making, but the science facility is done. Comes back into the natural. Some more SCV kills here. He's dropped him down to 34. That is some very good damage done by Queen. And I saw a floating factory, so he's not going for a tank push. That's very important that Queen was able to see that. Now he can defend with pure Lurker. Lurker and Sunken Colony will be just enough to keep him alive until defilers can be made. Are we going to see some drops coming out? Looks like not. Just your vessel on the way out here. 35 to 37. That's a great position for Queen to find himself in, as long as he's got the lurkers in time, which I do believe he will. Everything is looking gravy right now for our Zerg. Still, there are ways to end a game like this as the Terran player. You don't need much more than 35 workers to get up to a pretty significant barracks count and put on a lot of pressure. Though he will continue to make SCVs. Potential to try and take this game along, but again, this is a tough spot to be in. Do need to see a stack here of lurkers. Unburrow and stack on top of each other. Also, it's great to make an overlord over here so that you can put on top of this stack. Gonna pull the drones off the line to try and keep these alive. Target fire onto the lurkers is going pretty good. 2 lurkers go down very quickly. Only 1 lurker left over, and that's going to end up falling as well. Are you kidding me? BarrackS just going to break this with the 1-1 finishing up. He's managed to crush through this natural. There's only 4 meters left, now down to 2, and there's no way to hold on. GG. Just like that, Queen is knocked out. It's such a hard thing to hold on against, but you really do need the stack of lurkers. Bare minimum, 2 sunken colonies, a lurker stack with an overlord over top. That's how you hold on to attacks like this, and Queen just did not have it in time. Let's jump into game number 2. All right, game number 2, overpool from Queen in this game. Going up against a BarrackS. Just a 1 BarrackS fast expand, what it looks like from BarrackS himself. And that means that Queen is expecting some sort of pressure. Marines coming out here. But he's going to be kind of disappointed when he finds out that there's just a wall and a CC being built. Probably not going to get any damage. Now, the SCV is going the wrong direction. And so there is a small chance. Okay, he will send out the second SCV. That's what I was worried about. There's a small chance that maybe he doesn't send the second SCV and doesn't see the lings coming in. But only, what, 4 lings? Okay, so what he did was he went overpool, and then he built the hatchery rather than building all 6 lings at the same time. It's just a little bit more economic when it comes to the overpool. Ooh, great catch here on the ramp. Won't quite get the kill on the SCV, but not bad at all. Bringing that very low, just 3 hits left. Just 3 hits left, and he can probably get it as well. Oh, barely not. There you go. He does see the wall in over here at the top left, and yeah, going to be a little disappointed that there's already 3 Marines back here with 2 SCVs at the front, at the wall. Definitely gets this one, but SCV makes its way into the main after the fact. So we'll see what Queen wants to do with this. Overpool, you can try to go for like a lurker play. That's definitely possible. Is it likely in this scenario? I don't really know. I think that for me, lurker has been working fantastic lately. In the current meta, a lot of Terran players are going blind Valkyrie. And so if you just go straight into lurker, it can be really hard for the Terran player. It can make their life miserable. You can sometimes get just a free win. I've gotten a lot of free wins by just running up with lurkers and burrowing 3 at the front while lings run in. Can really do a lot of damage. Ooh, 6 Marines coming across the map. Ling speed is going to finish, though, as these arrive, which is going to be quite important. He'll actually, I think he's going to be able to stop this. Oh, drones just barely make it up the ramp, by the way. Lings from behind, lings from the front. BarrackS going to deny some mining time, but... Oh, can he build a BarrackS back here? A bunker, excuse me. Can he get a bunker back here? Not going to be able to get it. Marines are going to fare pretty well, especially with that SCV blocking was nasty. Absolutely nasty. And he was only making drones. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Queen was only making drones. Dude, Queen really messed up. Queen really messed up here. And the bunker's going to finish. Oh, Lord. Oh, lordy, lord, lord. This is rough. Oh, and it can hit the hit the hatchery, too. What is that range? That is hilarious. The reason being because the bunker is very wide. The hitbox is something like this. And it's from the corner to the corner of the hatchery is the range. So it's something like this. Sunken colony's actually in range of the bunker, though. Gonna be able to put a lot of damage on that. And eventually we'll take it down. And there it goes. No longer hit the hatchery, and the lings will clean this up. But the amount of denial from BarrackS is... It can't be underestimated. It's so much damage. You can see he's just way behind. Like, look, Spire is done, and the second gas has only just started. This is so rough. This is so rough. The amount of commitment from BarrackS was super light as well. Wait, his turrets are not done. Oh my gosh, is BarrackS just going to throw this game back into the hands of Queen by not having his turrets done in time? Oh my gosh, Queen, you gotta go. Oh, he waited way too long. He could have gone right into the main and killed this SCV building the turret. As it stands, he's not really going to get much. It's another +1 build here from BarrackS. Actually, the +1's pretty late, so maybe it was the 2 racks. Not 100%, but it doesn't really matter that much. Just such a massive advantage to BarrackS off of that early bunker in behind the natural. Just so painful, guys. So painful. But honestly, some amazing control from him. The way that he was able to block that Ling with the SCV. Keep all 3 of those Marines alive. It just causes such a headache. Like, if it's just 2 Marines or 1 Marine, you just build 2 pairs of Lings or 1 pair of Lings and just kill it. Making pure drones afterwards as well with the confidence that he was going to be able to clear it hurt Queen so badly. The mutas are now out and in high enough number to actually challenge this, but they can't really dive into the main to try and get some counter damage, because then the bio ball is just going to go for the natural. Now, what Queen could potentially do, since he's been so starved on gas this game, he could potentially build like 4 or 5 sunken colonies at the front here and try to dive. But it looks like he wants to transition instead, just going directly into that Hydralisk and Queen's Nest. He's built up on high ground instead of the natural, so he's going to try to defend with less lurkers at that ramp. It's a little bit safer, but it makes it way harder to push onto your 4th base. Terran player can really abuse you as you're trying to get that online. Starports are coming up. A big advantage in terms of the workers. Definitely a lot different than that last game. Last game, you know, these guys were almost dead even in workers because of all the damage that Queen was able to do. And still, BarrackS took that game with flying colors, busting the 3rd base. Didn't even seem hard at all, but he did a great job spreading. Like, he had a very wide arc as he was coming in to attack. And it was really on Queen to make sure that he had an Overlord to make it harder for the Marines to target lurkers. Also, having a 2nd sunken colony makes a world of difference. Nice medic snipe there. Getting rid of a couple of these medics, especially the high energy medics. Gonna be amazing. Look at this. No energy on that medic. Only 50 on this one. And so it's gonna be really hard to heal all these Marines up. Still, another big round of Marines coming out. The 4 BarrackS play is really coming into full effect now with the +1 armor. That'll be done soon as well. Some good trades here from Queen. He doesn't need just good trades. He needs amazing wins here going forward. Lurker finally burrowed at the natural. We got lurkers over at the bottom right as well. Thinking about just diving in here, but with 2 lurkers, it's going to be hard. Oh, great snipe on that 1 lurker. Another very good snipe on the lurker, by the way. Wow. Dude, BarrackS has some insane control when it comes to Marine Medic. Like, his control is really second to none. Kind of amazing how he can target down these lurkers so accurately. And during all of this chaos, more lurkers being made here. Or more hydras, excuse me, but they will become lurkers in just a second. He's even going to make a lurker egg in the front just to draw some fire, hoping that that'll be able to bait a little bit of damage out of BarrackS. Nice snipe on some of these medics. Really good, solid play from Zero. Will keep himself alive. Zero, aka Queen, at least until his consume upgrade is done. So he's got himself a little bit of time here. And it looks like he will get into that Defiler play. So despite having a bit of a rough time in the early game, Queen is still alive and kicking. Could try to come down the ramp, but that would be pretty risky. Just waiting for the Defiler is the right play at a time like this. Third base already coming up here. BarrackS expanding out. Might want to take a second expansion behind this. Second engineering bay is on the way as well. A little bit behind schedule. Would have liked to finish that right as the science facility was finishing up. Oh, irradiate on that bottom Mutalisk. Ooh, a lot of damage there. 2 kills for that science vessel. Science vessel too close, though. Can he actually get the kill on that? He will. Very good kill there from Queen. Bit of a mistake. Letting the science vessel sit like that. Bringing all the Marines forward, leaving that base pretty empty of defenses. I don't think Queen will be able to slip out with anything, though. Not at a time like this, when he's already having a bit of difficulty holding on back at home. Armor on the way. Hydraless speed. Looks like it's going to be Hydra Defiler gameplay from Queen. Knows how to play from behind. There it is. See, this is what you need. Overlord over top of the Lurker. No way to click directly on that Lurker. And so he will not be able to irradiate that without irradiating the Overlord first. You have to make sure this is on hold position as well. And even having a second Overlord nearby is amazing. Oh, he gets another vessel. Really well played. Yeah, so you want to have the second Overlord ready to immediately replace this Overlord as soon as this one dies. So look at this. He's going to have it perfect. Even having a Dark Swarm here. Look at that. Boom. And there it is. Overlord in position. I think he can still click. Yeah, you got to move it over a little bit. Wait, no, it's actually pretty good. That's very hard to click. Yeah, you're not going to have an easy time clicking that if you want to get an irradiate on it. Solid play from Queen. Really solid as he gets his additional hatcheries online. He is going for all 3 upgrades. So triple upgrade is coming for Queen. I personally feel a little uncomfortable sitting like this, but he's got a lot of vision out on the map. Got lings all over the place. He's got coverage all over inside of his main. Scourge over here. Doesn't have anything watching this base right here, so he's not going to be able to catch this one SCV, which would be nice. Oh, big drop coming in, but look at that. Overlord has spotted it, and Scourge are en route. He's just going to have to turn around and run away. Even with just 2 Scourge there, going to be hard to commit. Dropships are going to rotate around. With 4 drops, he could do so much damage if he could just get inside. But against Hydra Defiler, that's going to be hard. Even if you do dive in with these drops, a single plague can completely ruin that play. Like right as you're unloading, if they plague the dropships and a bunch of the units as they're popping out, oh my gosh, it is brutal. Here comes that drop into the natural now. The natural being assaulted is not what Queen was expecting. Here comes the Scourge as well, trying to pick off some of these drops. Looks like he's not going to get too many of them. Dark Storm goes down. This base is getting pretty low right now. That hatchery that was dealt a lot of damage in the early game. Scourge making their way all the way over from the base in the bottom right. Oh my gosh, he's going to lose that. So painful. So painful. He loses the natural base and will not be able to mine from that location for some time. He does have, however, this base Down in bottom right, he's going to go ahead and mine that now. Still, he's not ramping up. He's just kind of staying stagnant with this base coming online. He wanted to be getting that 4th base online so he could really start to power out units, but as it stands, he's just going to be back down onto 3 bases here while he waits for this additional hatchery. Continued pressure here from BarrackS has been unrelenting. I'm going to go ahead and snipe down both of those. Scourge, really solid play from BarrackS overall. Those snipes were great. Very hard to click down those units as they fly in. Here comes drops. Drops into the main. But they will be shut down immediately. So this drop does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ling over here. Gonna distract as more Lings make their way in and actually get on top of this bunker. This is actually pretty good. Ah, it's too bad he didn't go after the bunker initially. It could have opened up the position pretty well. Yeah, it looks like he still might kill that bunker. Does end up getting it. But there's a factory on high ground now starting to pump tanks so that he can fill up this area with tanks on high ground. Super difficult to break a position like that. Mutas are still available. Maybe he could send them up here, start to clear out. Like, if you could send the mutas up here, you could probably kill all these Marines. And maybe even the tank on high ground. Lings making their way up to the top right again. First big plague of the game has just gone down on these vessels. 3 of them have been brought low by that plague. Any lurkers in the natural? I don't see any lurkers here. No Defiler either. Oh, because Defiler made its way over to the top right. Can he target the Defiler? Oh, okay. Plague and a Dark Storm go down. Can he make it up the ramp, though? He's going to try and consume. Go up this ramp. Get a Dark Storm on the tank. There you go. Very nicely done. That Defiler does fall. But this is really solid from Queen, who's now established a position on the high ground. As long as he rallies. He's not rallying. If he was rallying Lings up here, Lings and Hydras, he could have done a lot with that position. As it stands, Muta's going to come out here. A lot of these vessels have gone down. This one actually super low. Still hasn't died, though. These Lings are going to end up going down. Another Irradiate on that Defiler. And I don't think that Queen is capable of keeping up. Like, he's having a really hard time keeping up with the multitasking of BarrackS. Oh, you got to target with that. Oh, he didn't target. Got to target those Marines. That's unfortunate. Chitinous plating on the way. He is on 4 gases. That's something to be said for Queen. 4 gases, but there are so many bases coming up right now for BarrackS. He's really outdoing Queen in this game, I feel. Go ahead and Dark Swarm. Defiler is under threat, though. Okay, good play there. Moving the Hydras out in front to prevent the Irradiate going down on the Defiler, but 6 o'clock will die. All right, this army is probably all going to go down. But killing off the 6 o'clock and preventing a base again is really painful. Definitely feeling it at this point. Plague in the midst of all these forces. Dark Swarms closing in on this army. Does he have anything at the front here? Plague, Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm. He has the Plague available. Is he going to use it? No Plague. Oh, man. He could have gotten 3 tanks there. Get a Plague on 3 tanks. You can pretty easily dive on top of those later and just kill them off immediately. And so now, BarrackS is right in the face of Queen as he tries to take the 6 o'clock again. Actually, he's not even sending units over there. I wonder if he'll end up taking that Plague over here. Oh, man. He's actually trying to get the big surround on this army. Looks like he got a Plague on those tanks. And he also managed to get a... he also managed to get a Dark Storm there with some Lurkers right in front of those units. But he ended up losing way too much over here. He could have gotten such a better trade if he just utilized that Plague. He had the energy for it, but the Defiler died for free. Here comes the Ultralisk transition. So many Ultras out here. But a lot of vessels available. If he gets over here and gets irradiates on all of these, I tell you, it's going to be extremely painful. That first round of ultras is the most important thing right now. These ultras are going to be pushing out now. Defiler moving up towards the top right. Don't think he'll be able to break that. It's a lot of tanks on high ground. Would much rather see him bringing that Defiler along to potentially try to get a plague on some of these units as the Ultralists take the fight. But he's going to try and hit this now. Here's one Defiler on the side. There you go. Dark Swarm on top of that. Beautiful plague. Oh my god, what a plague. Oh my, he hit the whole army. The whole army just got hit by that. Attacking over here into the top right as well. Defiler, Dark Swarm goes down. This army's been cleared. That is so much damage. That plague was so much damage. Here, he can actually get up here to top center. Queen not paying attention. He's got to get moving. Move this army. This army is so good right now. Can he actually target down the Defiler? Oh, the Defiler can't get under there. Are you kidding me? That was under the Dark Swarm. Literally under the Dark Swarm. And it still ended up dying. That is crazy. These two Ultras going to get irradiated down. And just a small Ultra Ling army in the middle of the map going to be targeted immediately. This Ultra just doing its best to tank, but wow, he's actually going to win this fight. Barely. Getting up here into the top right. A lot of action happening on the map right now. GG is called. Really? Queen manages to take this one down. That is a little bit surprising. I thought that BarrackS was doing a fantastic job. The monstrous plague there at the end, that really hurt his army bad. And getting these attacks up into the top right, manages to clutch it out for Queen. Very nice game here. Really solid from Queen, playing from behind and actually bringing himself to a win. Definitely a great comeback story for Queen. All right, guys, and another one. Another overpull start here for Queen in the bottom right versus what looks like an 8-Rax out of BarrackS. Wants to get a little aggressive here. Put a little pressure on early. I like it. I like it. See what kind of damage he can get done. With the 9 pool. You know, or with the overpull, excuse me, maybe it actually can still do something, because what we saw from Queen last time was not 6 Lings at the same time. He went, yeah, see, gonna go for that and the gas, and then he's gonna make 2, 4, maybe 6 Lings, but all spread out at different times. So there's still a possibility here, but it's not going to be easy. And it's cross map. So you know what? Even with these being spread out, I think he still just holds. He should just hold. He actually built only 4 Lings. He built 4 Lings. I think he still might hold this. Yeah, Lings are out already. Marines are here in the middle. I mean, he can bank Marines and go up to like 5 or 6. And then try to make something happen. If he's only making drones back at home, he doesn't realize that there's an 8-Rax coming. That could be bad. We'll see. Yeah, he's not seeing this. He's not seeing this moving around the bottom side. This could do something still. 3 Marines only. 2 Marines back at home. Okay, he sees it. He sees it. Yeah, another pair of Lings are going to be made. And even with just 4, like, can't quite win this. Okay, pretty good control again with the SCV, but yeah, it's just not quite gonna cut it. Not quite gonna cut it. This bunker gonna go down. Bunker's dead. That's rough. That's really rough for BarrackS. Queen in a phenomenal spot. Very, very good spot here. Overpull is not a great build for ZVT. And we saw it last game. It ended up putting him in a pretty rough position. But if you happen to meet up with an 8-Rax, it does give you some really strong It gives you a really strong position. It allows you to just completely shut down that 8 Rex and get into your own macro. Now, these 3 Marines have gone the long way around, and Queen hasn't realized that there's a lack of Marines here. So he could actually lose a lot. He could lose a lot. Let's see. 3 Marines making their way in. There's 2 Lings. 2 Lings right here. And there's 4 drones. Can he fight this? I think he's just going to pull the boys. Ooh, pulling the drones. Try to fight that with drones. Can he actually fight that with drones? Okay, 3 Marines is still scary. And yeah, the Ling goes down way too quick. Lings, he's just buying time for the Lings. Oh my gosh, he almost loses that drone, but he managed to keep it alive. Ling speed is done. Ling speed is done. That's big. Oh my gosh, 2 more Lings pop out just in the nick of time, and he does kill all the Marines. But again, lack of mining here at the natural is going to hurt him. Still, I think that this is better for Queen overall. Killing off that many Marines. Defending the 8 racks without any drone losses. He's going to be feeling pretty good at this point. We'll be mining that gas now, and his Spire is done. Done! I have Mutas popping out here soon. Well, looks like he's just waiting on some Overlords, although he does have open supply. I'll be making the Mutas now, all together. 3 on the way, 4 now. Back at home, Engineering Bay coming up. Not quite done yet. Turrets are going to be pretty close, but I think he'll have them in time. Just barely. Need to start the turrets before the Mutas are like halfway across the map to have them in time. They do build very, very fast. And so here comes the Mutas. See when they get to about the halfway point. Are there going to be turrets on the way? Okay, they are at the halfway point. Where are the turrets? He's building extra barracks. I think that BarrackS hasn't really realized the situation. Yeah, he didn't realize that Queen was not slowed down at all by the 8 racks. Like, usually when you end up 8 racksing somebody, especially if they're going for like an 11 or 12 hatchery, even if they hold, they're going to be a bit behind in their Mutalist timing. Like, their tech timings are going to be slowed down. But here, Queen was not slowed down at all. Able to hit that 6 minutes. Not with the full clutch of Mutas, not with full 6 Mutas right off the bat, but he was able to get at least a few over to here to really start to damage BarrackS. He almost managed to bounce Glaives to actually kill that other medic as well. Not quite able to get it done, though. Secondary medic did heal it up at the last moment. Going after these supply depots, keeping BarrackS pinned back. He kind of has to defend these right now. He can't be taking losses, especially not losing these buildings. Trading a medic for a Muta. Not too bad. Another SCV flips over the mineral patches, and so it's another SCV that's ripe for the picking. Base down in bottom left-hand corner for Queen. Gonna try and hold from the high ground once again. BarrackS out on the map, but can't really move forward at this point. His army is a little bit small, and his medics don't have much energy. Dive into the main. Dive directly into the main. 2 sunken colonies going to finish up here in the natural. It's a long way to travel to go all the way across the map. BarrackS is not going to be able to do it. He turns around and starts to head back home with the rest of his Marines. And so some more of these Marines are going to die. And oh my gosh, this is going really well for Queen. I think he might just win outright here. He's killing off a ton of SCVs, down to just 20. 20 is almost a point of no return for the Terran player. Just about there. Just about at that point. He's actually behind in overall workers. Trying desperately to throw down turrets. More and more mutas are being made, though. Another fly through here. More Marines are going to die. Ooh, a little bit of sloppiness there from Queen, but he's doing a good job keeping this low. More mutas arrive. Full 11 now. And I think he's got the +1. Yeah, +1 upgrade is done. So this is the power spike. This is the strongest point for the Zerg with the Mutalisk attack. Slides through, kills a few more SCVs, down to 18. Yeah, it's pretty much over, guys. Hard to ever recover from something like this. Hydralisk Den, Queen's Nest on the way. Maybe if Queen handed the controller off to me, I might be able to find a way to lose it, but alas. Queen here. Very professional Zerg player. He's going to look for that closer. And in fact, GG is called. Really good micro here at the front. Just kill every Marine as it comes out. And that is it, guys. BarrackS goes down in a series versus Queen. I'll once again be looking for more BarrackS replays. And of course, looking out for some BarrackS versus Protoss replays coming up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters. I love you guys. We're going to be streaming again tomorrow, so come check it out. Again, SCSL on Twitch. We'll see you very soon.